This American Monster. A Monster of the Week actual play from This American Dice.
So you guys know that on April 1st, there should be another attack. Do you guys set up this trap?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys set up this trap. This trap looks like it should be pretty good. You've talked to Addie is her name. Addie Zems. You talked to Darian Pringle. And they're like, this should work. They're like, if this is a creature that's at all like a panther, this is the kind of thing it would be going after. You put it up in where? You put it up in that state forest?
Yeah, should we set it up at the other place too?
Do you set it up in multiple places?
Sure.
Sure. So you set one up in the state park. You set one up in the city park. Jed Stoltzfus doesn't want to work with you guys right now. He thinks you're going to steal his alien helmet. But here's the deal. April 1st rolls around. That night, the next day, April 2nd, there's a report from Shane Meridew on the news.
University of West Central Florida student Brett Salome was found dead this morning in his dorm room on the UWCF campus. Authorities are still investigating, but his death looks like it could be a homicide.
And you see Sloan Winters, the detective, just be like, be kind of walking and trying to get the camera out of his face of like, yeah, something really terrible happened here. It was really bad. And they're like, could it be connected to the killing that happened just a couple of weeks ago in the city park? And he's like, well, we don't know at the moment, but this was certainly pretty bad, and we'll be looking into it. All right, Herbert is on another date with Addie Zems.
Outback Steakhouse.
Whose name, I apologize, is Addie Zems. All right, so you guys are at an Outback Steakhouse. You guys are sharing a bloomin' onion. I remember you guys had been talking about some
very
stuff.
weird for Herbert.
Yeah. Why? I mean, we have the obvious idea, but why is this so weird for Herbert to kind of be out on a date?
It's first date, and he's not used to getting attention from women in a positive way.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is literally the first date he's ever been on.
It is the one.
Okay. Interesting. And I think Addie kind of, you're telling her that you have your website, the Cryptologica, and that you kind of moderate this forum and about cryptozoo, like the paranormal. And I think that's when she's like, so you mean aliens and stuff and ghosts?
Well, I sorry to give you a rude awakening, but no, I mean cryptozoology, not aliens. They're from here, just like you and I are. But they're just not as well known. And I'm kind of have a website all about it. I was, I get to the front page of Reddit sometimes with some of my submissions, and my subreddit certainly is boasting probably around 800, maybe 900 followers right now.
And that's more computer stuff, Reddit?
Yeah. Well, it's Reddit's just a community of friends that all, it's really more than a computer. Pats her on the head.
Yeah. And she says, well, and yeah, she'll kind of like guide your hand away from that gesture, and she'll say, well,
His hand then goes
I am as
directly into the dip of the blooming onion as he greases his finger around the rim and gets the remaining sauce that's left.
Okay. I think that she says, well, I am a zoologist. And so if you're saying cryptozoology, you mean like Bigfoot kind of stuff? Is that how you're talking about that?
The kind of stuff. That's exactly the right kind of stuff, yeah. Talking about stuff that lives and breathes. Stuff that can bleed, baby.
He goes, well, I mean, they're still finding species that have never been discovered yet. They're usually not as exciting as Bigfoot. It's usually 100th different kind of beetle that lives in one particular area, or a new kind of mold that's growing on something. But yeah, I mean, there are real animals out there that people don't know a ton about.
Well, I know you've probably heard this before, Addie, but you're also kind of growing on me, much like a moss that is not well known that had been named.
All right, that's you slurp through that straw, and then you get kind of a like a text message,
Mm-hmm.
and it's from Mr. Welker. And Mr. Welker, you've gotten this information about Brett Salome, the University of West Central Florida student who was killed, and the University of West Central Florida is one of the locations that you guys had been looking into. And this, within a month, is the second attack on like a person. The third, if you count the thwarted attack that occurred in the state forest. So, what does the text from Mr. Welker say to kind of rally the team together?
Oh, it'll say, "Dear colleagues and friends, comma, I wish you the happiest of evenings, but I regret to inform you that duty calls once again, and LoreCorp requires your services, and I require your counsel. So if you'd be so kind as to join me," and this text goes on for like several messages because like it's like a character limit. At the very bottom, it's like, "If you'd be so kind, join me at this location, like the Pancake Depot, at your earliest convenience. I'd be most appreciative, and LoreCorp will be in your debt, because without you, LoreCorp wouldn't be the company that it is.
All right.
Sincerely, and with and warm regards, Mr. Welker."
Yeah, so we see a shot of Herbert kind of scrolling through and reading this like long corporate memo style text message from Mr. Welker. And then yeah, he's gotten this like you need to meet up at this Pancake Depot that's essentially right across the street from the University of West Central Florida. And I think you're reading it for a while, and I think Addie says, "Everything okay in there?"
Yeah, just a job, got to pay the bills somehow. Well, Addie, I might actually well, the world might need your help, Patty. We have been tracking a creature around this area, and since you know so a lot about zoology, maybe you might be able to help us identify parts of it if we get some tracks or some hair. But it's been on a rampage around here, and it just killed another college student.
Ooh. All right. I think we're gonna pause there as she you see her eating a bloomin' onion strand or whatever the hell it's called. One bloomin' onion piece. One bloomin' onion. And she has that kind of mid in her mouth, and she's just kind of thinking and staring at you with what you said. And she just kind of slowly crunches down as we zoom in on her face. And then we switch over to Sundry Charms.
Who's doggy?
Okay, Sundry, you are back at the bar that we first saw you in the very first shot where we met Sundry.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just hanging out. You've maybe had a few drinks. You're talking to the bartender. I think the bartender is an older lady. She has big kind of 80s. Sure. I was gonna say big 80s hair that's kind of puffed up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Big moral compass.
She has
pendulous 80s hair.
Yeah, she has huge heaving pendulous 80s hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of she looks over and she sees that your glass is empty, and without even saying anything, she just kind of points down, asking you, do you want another one?
Keep them coming.
She pours it up, gives you another 2 fingers of bourbon or whatever it is that you've been hanging out drinking.
He's like, hey Cheryl, leave the bottle if you'd be so kind. And he'll slide over a stack of bills.
She says something like, now Roy told me not to do that none again, but you know what? It already half empty, so I figure it can't be too bad for you. And she just leaves it there with you.
Awesome. He'll take the bottle and get on out of there. Get in his car.
Okay. As you go to get in your car, you pass by. There's a jukebox that they've got. And one of the interesting things about this place is it's pretty shitty, and they have a jukebox, but it is not the kind of big computerized one with a touch screen kind of a thing, and you can see music videos playing and that kind of stuff, and it has a lists of thousands of songs, and you can pay extra money to move yours to the top of the deal. It's it's an
old-fashioned one.
It is an old-fashioned one. So you had kind of walked by it assuming that it just played CDs. I don't know if you remember that, where they had the ones that looked old-fashioned, but it was CDs rather than records.
Yeah.
So you probably just assumed it was that, but when you go by, you're like, oh, shit, this is an honest-to-God old single song record jukebox. And you stare at this thing.
He's going to look for some Jimmy Dean on there.
So you go to kind of flip through their little catalog, and
Jimmy Dean, the country music singer, but also the creator of Jimmy Dean sausages.
Right, you got sausage on the mind after talking to Cheryl, and the
pioneer.
And you go to
not a sellout like me.
You go to hit the hit the first thing to move the little flaps over to look at what other songs are available, and before you even hit it, it kicks on. You see the thing kind of engage, and it pulls out a record, and the record that it pulls out is your record, your hit song, and it starts playing it, but it starts playing it backwards.
Sounds even better than when you play it forward. Piece of shit song.
And you see the
listen to it one more time, blow my goddamn brains out.
I think you say that out loud, just staring into this thing, and you see the reflection of a man, kind of behind you. You just see only his face, and he's a man with kind of a 5 o'clock shadow. He has very kind of bright green eyes that you can see pretty easily in the jukebox, the reflection of the jukebox thing. And when you say, like, sounds even better like this, if I gotta play that song one more time, and he just says, like, that's a shame that you gotta say something like that about something you done gave so much for. And you spin around.
Whoa, good gracious, fella.
And this guy is sitting much farther away from you than you thought. He's in fact like at the bar.
Uh-huh.
And he's
kind of like Harry Heck in The Punisher, the Tom Jane Punisher. They're like,
yes, yep.
I played you a song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sing it at your funeral.
Yeah, sure. No, I remember that. Yeah, I can kind of go with that. No, but when you turn around, you're expecting that this guy was like looking over your shoulder into the jukebox, because that's like how
reflection.
Yeah, exactly. And instead, this guy is a good like 4 or 5 feet away from the jukebox. In fact, sitting at the bar, and he's, I think, wearing all black with a he's got like a black Stetson cap on, and he's also just drinking some bourbon.
Sundry will put the bottle down,
and he says, "You certainly look like somebody I've seen before."
Sundry walk over to him and say, well, my name's Sundry. Charmed, I'm sure.
And he says, I could have sworn your name was... What is Sundry's real name? I remember we had said that maybe that was just his stage name, and the name that he like maybe changed it 2 years ago.
Did I already say Wade Hammond on this, or was that
last? You did actually say Wade Hammond.
Okay, good.
Okay, he'll say like, "Are you sure it's not Wade Hammond?"
Oh, well, Sundry Charm's my stage name. Wade's what my poppy calls me.
Thought I knew you from deeper down than the stage.
Sundry will like look at him, like try to recall where he knows him from.
This guy seems very familiar, but you cannot place it.
He'll be like, "Sir, I may have had a few too many bourbon, and I'm mortified, but I'm forgetting your name."
He'll just say, "With that stack of bills in your pocket and that song on the radio, son, you only got a little while longer before you wish you'd never heard it. I think you got yourself a message." And then at that point you realize your phone is like vibrating like crazy.
Oh shit.
And you look down and it's that like long meandering corporate memo text from Mr. Welker. And you're like kind of doing...
Throws his phone on the floor, is freaking out.
You're like, oh, well, yeah, maybe that's the case. It's that long meandering message. And maybe you're doing some math of like, what the hell's going on right now? What do I need to pay attention to? And when you look up, that guy's just not there at all.
Well,
all right.
He'll give her his phone and be like, "Hey, Brenda, will you see where that man in the black Stetson went?"
She's like, "My name's Cheryl. You too drunk to drive."
You don't talk to me about how drunk I am. You gave me the damn bottle.
And she's like, "You're gonna get my ass fired and your ass kicked out of here for life, Charms." And so that's where we leave those two like yelling at each other. So we are going to get a glimpse of Ashton at home. So can you maybe give us some info about Ashton's, like where he lives, what his home situation is?
I feel he's just in a like a studio apartment somewhere.
Okay. Is that apartment kind of downtown? Is it close to the University of West Central Florida campus? Does he have a roommate?
So he's an intern, so he's trying to save as much money as possible. Oh, maybe he's trying to find a roommate, but it hasn't happened, especially in a studio apartment. That'd be hard. So
Oh, yeah.
I feel it's like downtown's like the shittiest kind of. He's on like the 5th floor or something.
Okay. So he's on he's in a 5th floor studio apartment. He's set up like kind of a divider in the room to be like, all right, when I get a roommate, that's where they'll live.
Yeah.
On that side of the room. And the place is so small that you would have to only have a twin bed.
Mm-hmm.
And
and he doesn't even have a closet. It's just one of those like wheelie racks. I mean, he has his like 3 suits on.
Cool. Yeah, he's got his like business attire outfit, and then his what we see is the date outfit from when we first encountered him.
Yeah, and this suit that he's been wearing, like on the character sheet thing.
Okay.
It's like ill-fitting. It's like way too big for him.
And then
that was his Easter suit from when he was a teenager.
Yeah, it's way too big, or it's way too small and he's outgrown it.
Oh no, it's still way too big.
Oh, it's still way too big.
Like he'll grow into this, and he just has never grown.
He looks like David Byrne from the Talking Heads with the comically large suit. And okay, so I think we kind of see you, and your phone goes off, but it's not a text message; it is a phone call from Ashton Greene's mother.
He's like, "Oh, I hate answering phone." Okay, sure. It's like, hey, Mom.
And do you have any particular opinion about what Ashton's mom is supposed to be like?
Only that he's a crazy mama's boy.
Okay, so she, when we hear her talking, she's like, Ashton. She's like, she says, has everything been okay up there? I heard that a boy got killed in the park, and that park is what? Right next door to you? It is not at all right next door.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh no, Mom. Actually, the company I'm working for is like trying to fix that right now. It's really good. It's they're pretty important, and they're gonna fix it right up. They put so much money and just experts into it. I'm sure it's not even gonna be and it's just a lot of rumors anyway. I don't know. You don't have to worry. It's nothing.
What is this new job that you got? What is this company that you're working for?
Mom, I told you, it's that really big company that's set up here. It's Lorecore. They make the Band-Aids and stuff.
The people that make the detergent?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're having you look into a murder?
I didn't say that. No, they're looking into it. They have experts there. I'm just filing paperwork and stuff.
She says, at any point, if you need to, your Uncle Arthur can help you out. He's got a company that you can work for. He does insurance for companies involved in moving the soda water gas from one place to another. They don't even move it. It's just insurance for the companies that move the gas from one place to another. And it's not regular gas like goes in the car. It's the kind that makes the bubbles in soda.
Mom, I know you've told me 100 times. Listen, that's a dead-end job. He's really nice. It's really cool. But this place, I actually have room to grow. This is going to be amazing.
Your Uncle Arthur is family.
Yeah, but listen, I have a whole dream board, and like I'm moving right up. Like this is exactly where I want to be. In like a year or two, they're going to start paying me. Paying me a whole lot is what I meant by that, and it's going to be totally fine. I'm going to be able to pay you back all those loans. Like, don't even worry about it.
I just don't want to see you get stuck in another situation like you had before, where it was where it turned out that you were just volunteering, and then later on that they paid you per sandwich that you ordered when you had to drive around when you still had that car from before.
Come on. It's been so long since I was a sandwich artist, but I still have those skills, and they worked really well in my resume. So, I mean, come on.
All right. Well, anyway.
But, I mean, speaking of that, could I get another loan?
She's like,
just for the next 4 or 5 months.
She's like, well, what do you need? Do you need groceries? I'll send you a care package. Hold on.
Mom, it's just an early birthday present. I mean, it's just like, I mean, right around the corner, 7 months from now, it's nothing.
Yeah, I think as she's like listing that stuff off, one of the things that happens is she says like, it sounds like a country music song, the way you're listing those things off. She says like a Garth Brooks or a Sundry Charms song. You know, I used to be a big fan of his when I was younger.
Okay. I mean, who isn't?
She'll be like, did I ever tell you I saw him at such and such a place when I was before you were born? That was when you could go to such and such places without it costing an arm and a leg. Now, how much did you say that this was that you're going to need? And I think as you're talking to her, that's when you get Mr. Welker's memo.
Is this in the morning or something?
I think it is later that night, or very early the next morning.
Okay, so is this saying like, meet me now, or just meet me? Like what?
Carl, how much urgency did you? How much? Fuck it. There's some urgency sauce put on this. Meet me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case,
takes a minute to get to the urgency out of the corporate memo style.
In that case, Ashton is just, all right, Mom. Yeah, you're a big music lover. That's really cool. And I'll look into those Garth Brooks songs. But I really got to go. My phone's about to die. But it's really nice to talk to you. You know, I got to get ready for work. But yeah, you're the best. I love you.
All right,
it's great. And I'm gonna pay you back for all those. Don't even worry about it. I'm keeping a list.
Yeah, and I think you're kind of like, we leave the scene with you as she's kind of like, your phone's dying. You're at your apartment. Just plug it in. Kind of a thing. And we kind of like cut away from there. And we meet everybody at the, I think we skip the scene at the Pancake Depot. And we instead have all of you at the university itself.
Cool.
All right. Does that kind of make sense, rather than be like, you guys meet up, you chat about what you don't know, and then you go look for stuff?
Sounds good.
So I think all four of you are at the University of West Central Florida, specifically at the residence halls, or like the dorms, basically. And at one of them, there are indeed a whole bunch of cops. And pretty quickly, we encounter Officer Mason. Again, Officer Mason and Jesse, the other officer that had been with her before at the park. And they're kind of standing there. And when they see you guys, they're like, whoa, this one's... I think Officer Mason's like, this one's still hot, guys.
That's perfect, Ms. Mason. That's exactly how we'd like it. It's a pleasure to see you again. I'm sure you remember my associates, like giving a sweeping gesture of his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Says, we're here to help, just like Lorcor always is.
She's like, well, this one is still a crime scene that they're still looking into, so I can call the detective over, but I'm not sure if he might be too busy right now.
Yeah, no need to call them. We're just here to help.
We'll stay out of his way.
She's like, well, let's see. Hold on. So could somebody go ahead and roll investigate a mystery
I was
for me?
trying to roll manipulate someone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you
want.
wanted like get her to let you into this thing.
Yeah,
Show a little chest
Yeah.
hair, Sundry.
that's right.
That works.
It's like, This one's still hot. I'm like, you talking about me? Hold on, I got a total of 7.
Got a total of 7. All right, so you get that kind of middling response where I think that makes it pretty easy where she's like, yeah, I'll call Detective Winters up to meet you, but stay close with him because if anything gets messed up at this one, they're going to hand us our asses.
Sure thing, ma'am. Hate to see you lose that asses.
And yeah, the guy next to her, Jesse, who you don't know if that's his first name or his last name, is like handing their ass the way they handed that kid lost his ass. Am I right? Like he makes kind of an off-color joke at a like a Jerry Orbach style joke in a Law and Order episode. If Jerry Orbach was like, "Oh yeah, this kid got shot. I need that. Like I need a hole in the head." Like okay, that wasn't even very clever. But yeah, so you guys are able to kind of head in, and just from kind of surveying the area, I'm just going to have Officer Winters meet up with you guys, and then we can go from there based on what you want to do.
Oh, I thought he was a detective. I guess he got demoted.
Sorry, Detective Winters. You're right. I'll have Detective Sloan Winters, who again is played by Dean Winters, Dennis Duffy from 30 Rock. He kind of meets up with you guys, and he's still wearing like plastic gloves, and he says, "Whoa, you guys are here a lot quicker than I expected. I figured you'd come by, but I thought," and he looks at his watch. He's like, "I thought you'd at least give me till after I had lunch tomorrow to sort this out and go through this with you."
There's a killer on the loose. We're not fucking around.
And he says, "Yeah, there's something on the loose, and it's a killer for sure."
Detective Winters, you're holding to your theory that this is a stray dog?
And he's like, if it's a dog, it's the biggest damn dog I ever heard of. But yeah, it's something. He's like, that scene up there, that whatever did this isn't a regular murder, and I've seen some rough stuff. And we got about a half dozen witnesses that said they saw the thing.
Oh. Could we speak to these witnesses?
What did they see?
So, he'll just tell you. They said they saw a big animal, maybe a dog, maybe a bear, something huge. Doesn't quite fully make sense to me, but if you see that crime scene, it will. You guys can try to talk to the witnesses to get like some kind of further clarification on stuff, but that's like the basics of. He'll just tell you that because it's going to be. Like, he's not going to be able to keep that off of the news.
Good enough. I mean, if they don't have information on where it went, then I'll turn to the rest of the team and say, do you want to skip straight to examining the body?
I mean, some of us could talk to him, and you guys could take a look on that all forensic shit. I know how much Dark Blades love that old, CSI mumbo jumbo.
Mr. Blade, are you amenable to that suggestion?
Dark Blade is flipping a butterfly knife in his hand.
Expertly or poorly?
He's
Poorly, very poorly. He's just flipping it back and forth.
Yeah, it's just open, close over and over again.
Oh yeah, he just says what?
What?
Detective Winters is just staring at you. Like,
I'll whisper to him, "Genius takes many forms. Come with me, Mr. Blade. We'll see what we can see with your keen eyes and sharp mind. How about Mr. Greene? Why don't you go with our old man Charms and see what the witnesses have anything to say?"
That makes sense. You know, when talking man to man, college student to college student, it could shake something loose.
Mr. Welker will nod vigorously and sort of like gently pat you off in his direction.
I'm great with women, so yeah.
I hope that will
Dark
come in
Blade
handy,
speaks
Mr.
to
Blade.
help.
But
Dark Blades, if we see any women, we'll let you know.
Okay, so Mr. Welker and Herbert are going to investigate the actual, like the body and the scene of the crime, and then Sundry and Ashton are going to talk to witnesses.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Detective Winters is kind of looking at you guys, and he's like, turns to Welker and says, "Rain Man better not scare off any of my witnesses, and you guys better not mess up this crime scene."
Wait, which one is Rayman?
He's meaning Darkblade. He's
Oh, don't worry. We won't let him near anyone.
I'll say
We'll say it, so we're like walking up.
I'll say I'll keep him close. You don't have to worry about him. He's a consummate professional.
all right. So Dean Winters wants to not Dean Winters. I'm sorry. Detective Sloan Winters wants to the character, not the actor. The actor.
Get promoted.
Yeah.
Dean, you're on double secret probation.
Yeah, exactly. He suspends all of you. No,
Murdering these kids.
yeah. So Detective Sloan Winters, not the actor that plays him, Dean Winters. Sloan Winters wants to stick by you guys and have you guys like in. Basically, he wants to watch you guys to make sure you don't fuck anything up. All right. So I just want to put that out there. I don't know if that should be like another manipulate roll because you just got a roll to come in here and you know that he wants you to
That's fine.
stick around. So I think that that's just like a looming problem that could occur if there are any hiccups is that he gets real pissed off in this situation.
We could just take the cops with us so that some of us are with the cops and some of us are with Detective Winters.
That could actually work out.
Sundry will suggest as much.
So,
He'd be like,
all right.
If you'd care for that.
Let's have you guys make these rolls and see how this stuff goes, because maybe if these go really badly, maybe they're like, no, and in fact, leave.
All right. So how about Mr. Blade? You make the roll for our investigation part of this.
All right. 2d6, baby.
So 2d6 plus your
Who's
sharp
rolling
score.
it for me? Come on. Yeah. So I got a 9.
Nice.
All right, you got a 9.
Can I help you to make it a perfect success?
You can. So actually, Herbert, how though? You got to tell me, how are you investigating this crime scene with this murder scene?
Well, Herbert sees the world very differently than other people. It was a gift that he was born with, and he starts off by, yeah, some might call it a curse, but he's learned to make his curse into his greatest strength. So he looks around the room. He sees all the people that are, all the traffic that's gone by the body and where the blood splatters are. And he goes where those people haven't gone, which is over onto the sofa. He sits down on the sofa. He starts.
Okay, so he basically, just to speed this along, his method of investigating to figure out what others couldn't figure out is to essentially be like, what if I just lived here? And kind of like does what other people wouldn't, like tries to naturally involve himself in the scene so that he becomes one with it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
And he can stick his hand. He even like pulls out a bag of barbecue Fritos, and he's eating them. One falls down into the crack of the sofa.
Okay, so
in the seam.
Carl, how is
he
Mr.
starts digging his hand in there, looking for the Frito.
Yeah, I need to know how this ends, Austin. All right.
Does he find the Frito?
The Frito is covered in hair. But what kind of hair? This isn't cat hair, and certainly there wasn't any kind of a cat feeding dish or bowl. Hints at kind of pets ever living here. He removes the sofa pillow and
Okay, I'm gonna give you a thing. to
Where
see.
pan-
Mr. Welker is like watching all this with like rapt attention. There's like a single bead of sweat coming down from like his hairline.
He looks like he's disarming a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So how does Mr. Welker help Mr. Blade arrive at a 10?
I feel like just like how utterly entranced and seriously he takes him would like sort of like be something that Detective Winters
There
sees.
should be
It's like, oh my
DNA
God,
on this.
this really like put together guy who I can like liaise with very well, like has the utmost respect for this guy's process. And if he cares so much about it, maybe he's onto something.
Okay, so that's pretty good. So you basically confidence man.
Come
You're
sit
like,
on the
"No,
couch
watch
with
him
me."
do his magic.
Yeah.
And every time Dean Winters is like, "You can't touch that. You can't blah blah blah. You need to blah. You need." He keeps going to do that, and he like looks at you and sees how intently you're like, "Yes, this does mean something." Dean Winters is like, I'm sorry, Detective Winters, stops. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and if I want like if Blade like asks someone to go sit on the couch with him, like I'll like look over at Winters, be like, he's in the middle of his process. You got to do this.
And Winters keeps like going to talk, and then he stops himself,
And,
thinking
I want
like,
him to go sit on
maybe
the
if he
couch
can
with
find something. All right, so Dark Blade 69, Herbert Kmoch. You've got a list of questions there. But let me just tell you what's obvious in the room. First of all, there is a tremendous quantity of blood all over the place. There is also the like eviscerated corpse of a young man. His chest cavity has been absolutely... Oh, the body's probably not still there, or maybe it's covered with whatever, but you can see like photos. Or no, you guys got there very quickly. Let's say the body is still there, which is crazy that they let you in here. But yeah, Detective Winters is like, do not touch anything. And as you're doing this, he's like, oh God. His nose starts bleeding. No, but yeah, you can see the eviscerated body of a young man. A large chunk of his like face has been torn off. It's pretty grisly. And you can also see that the window has been like destroyed. And in fact, it's like just a tarp has been kind of put in place to not have like wind, or if it were to start raining, like rain come in here, anything like that. Also to not allow people down below, even though this is on the 3rd story of this building, to not allow anyone to possibly from the other buildings be able to look in here and see this nightmare. But yeah, that's the scene that is dead obvious to anybody who walks in this room. Luckily, you've got Darkblade 69 on your hands. Darkblade, what's one of your questions that you want to ask about Investigate a Mystery?
Oh, I want to know, where did it go?
Where did it go?
I want to push all this hair together and smell it. Yeah, I want to know where did it go?
Okay, so you want to know where it went. The easy answer is it jumped out the window and destroyed the window as it left. And I'll say that based on what other people put together from interviews with folks, you guys can piece together that it ran off in such and such cardinal direction. Let's say south. It ran south, which is toward the city park that is an abutment to the university. Or not an abutment to, but like is very nearby the university.
Okay.
So you're like, huh, that would probably be that way. And you remember, you're like, wolf-like animals are very territorial and will often attempt to return to their dens.
All right.
You get another question because you got a 10.
What
Thanks
can
to
hurt
Mr.
it?
Welker. What can hurt it? Okay. Looking around, I'm going to tell you, you're not able to answer that question.
Okay. All right. New question.
Okay, go for it. I just
What
don't
is
see
being concealed here?
What is being concealed here? Pretty quickly, you're able to be like, wait a minute, this dude is naked. And you realize he's not naked because his clothes were ripped asunder. He's nude. In fact, his clothes are like kind of thrown in one area, one corner of the room. And if you go over to that area, you see this guy's shirt, some cool dude jeans. Let's say they're, I don't know, Levi's or Wranglers, but good ones. Maybe went to Lucky and really splurged. Speaking of splurge, you also, when you're over there at the couch, you're like, what's in here? A Frito? What's in here? A Frito bag wrap? Oh, that's a condom wrapper. And you notice somebody.
Look over here.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna. So yeah, he's gonna stumble upon the condom. Pina colada flavor. Someone was gonna get their dick sucked. I want you all to know that pina colada is a delicious condom flavor. It's one of the few that hides the latex aftertaste of putting a condom in your mouth. But flavored condoms aren't used for vaginal intercourse traditionally, because even with all of the 25,000 nerve endings in a woman's vagina, there is not one that can taste pina colada.
and Detective Winters is just like, I think Mr. Welker looks over at him and his mouth is just agape, like just in shocked awe of what he's experiencing right now. And he's like, that's amazing.
We got a gay
believe
it's like panther on our hands, boys.
and yeah, I think Herbert is like, yeah, and I can tell he's
fruit.
Yeah, and Herbert's like, I can tell that that this werebeast was gay because look over there. There's a bra and a pair of ladies' panties and a pair of ladies' shoes, just like a gay guy would wear. And he says something like really ridiculous, and again, Detective Winters is just absolutely stunned by what he's hearing being said. But he like snaps his fingers and gets somebody over here. And he's like,
I didn't see that.
He's like, basically gets the forensics people back in and is like, how did we miss this? It was just in the couch cushions. And the guy's like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, so they start getting, he's like, okay, we got to get out of this room because now they have to entirely sweep all this stuff again. So yeah, yeah, Detective Winters is like, oh, good job, Rain Man. Good job. And we hop over to Ashton, Greene, and Sundry Charms out on the, there's like a little water feature. There's some like paramedics with some kids who are like drinking either like hot coffee or something like that. Like very clearly look like, oh, I've seen some crazy stuff tonight. And there's they're still filling out like statements or that kind of thing, or like maybe talking with a person. One of the other officers who's there.
Sundry will say to Ashton, well, kid, truthfully, I was a little drunk and still, kind of nervous around that detective. So I just want to get out of there. This is your show. I'll help out however I can.
Oh, all right. Well, don't worry, because Abraham Jones, the college student who's majoring in accounting and women's studies, is on the case. Wink.
That's my boy.
All right. So, you go to talk to these folks and kind of get some info out of them.
Sure.
All right.
And are these all college students as well?
Yeah, I think all of them are college students that were there for this.
So yeah, he just like kind of swaggers in. He's like, "Oh, hey, college bros, what's up? How'd your classes?"
So I think this is also just investigate a mystery. Does that make sense?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Mr.
Go,
Spencer, can you believe it? Terrible.
go for it.
Who's rolling?
It sounds like you, as you're the one
Yeah,
kind of
sounds like
engaging
me.
with
Go
them.
for it.
All right. Pretty good. That's a sharp roll, I think, right?
Yes.
Is this investigating a mystery?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you think another role would be more appropriate.
What if I'm kicking ass?
Are you attacking these kids with them attacking you back?
Yes.
That's the only real way to get information out of them.
That's true.
No, I got a 10.
You got a 10. All right. So you go to talk to these kids, and I'm not going to give them a specific personality. They're just kind of resources for you to speak with, and they can kind of go through the evening to tell you what you want. What questions do you want to know the answers to? And I can kind of craft their testimony to try to answer those questions.
So these were eyewitnesses to this attack, or what?
So the big thing is they saw this thing escape the they're college students that basically live in this like little complex of dorms and have some kind of knowledge about it, depending on what you want to know. But they at least saw this thing escape and gave Detective Winters like a description of the creature.
Okay, and we got that description.
You got
Or we kind of-
you got a basic description of it was a huge animal from Detective Winters.
And so, is this one of those things where we're trying to confirm information we already have, or what?
You could connect some dots based on the dilemma from last time. I will tell you that they will describe something that seems very similar to what Ranger Pringle described as having come upon those hippies in the forest.
And we already know where it went, theoretically.
So they can like kind of further give you that information of like, oh, we saw it go off that way in the south, and you know,
Yeah,
oh,
we know it's going to the park, though, right?
so
We
south.
already
Of,
know from the other thing.
so you already know that south of here is like X number of blocks south of here is that city park,
It's the Canolio Park or something.
Caniola Park. Yes,
Annual. That's
it's
okay. How about this one? What can it do? They would know that, right?
yeah. So what can it do? They know that this thing. One or two of them were like, "Oh, I was out here studying, and with such and such, this other person who also verifies this story, and they saw this huge creature that kind of looked like if a cat and a bear had a baby with each other, and it jumped out of that window, and they said it burst out of the window. And if you look up at where it was, it clearly jumped out not only of the window and like the glass part of the window, but also like destroyed a chunk of the wall as it leapt out. And it jumped out of this like 3-story thing, and they'll point over to where it landed. And where it landed is like massively far. It's like at least like 50 to 60 feet from that building where it just had this crazy leap. And then they're like, and then it almost like just bound out of here going south. So they can tell you like it is incredibly strong, and can leap these kind of vast distances. We heard it like roar, but afterwards it just ran off silently. So you know it's very, very strong. It can be very quiet, and it can leap significant distances.
Sounds like a panther.
Yeah, so there's like that shot of his little notebook, and he circles or underlines maybe like jumps really good. and then really strong, but then adds silent, stealthy.
Okay. And then you get another question as well, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you have any Leigh that could work?
Sundry has a
Y'all ever
question.
heard the song "That Cat Won't Hunt"?
Is that a song that would be popular now?
Oh no.
And they're like, a lot of them are like, I've never heard of that one. Is that the song by Scridgy? And they're like, yeah. So you're talking about that, and they're like, oh, one of them will ask who. I think one of them will ask you, like, who was that? Brett? That's Brett's room, right?
The cat won't hunt? No, that's Buck Owens.
Do we know that person's name?
I think you guys already do. Yes.
Was it Brett?
Yes, it's Brett Salome.
Oh, right, Salome. I remember that. Yeah.
Be like, oh my god, this is gonna
Do you
be
know
crazy.
him?
I mean, I know him. We're not real good friends, but I mean, we were just at a party, like at the very beginning of the night. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Man, I mean, I was invited to a bunch of parties that night too, but I had to, do some workouts. But which party were you talking about? Which one was that?
It's like, the party over at the party in so and so's room. I mean,
so and so.
Yeah. And somebody else is like, wait, you mean the party up on the third floor over in building B? And they're like, yeah, that's the one. Forget the name of the guy who had the party. It's the dude with the he's the dude with that really thin beard. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, Brett was at that party. Oh man, I know he was hanging out with that girl. What's her name? Birdie? Roberta? Something like that. So you know that this guy Brett was hanging out with specifically just before this attack with someone named Birdie or Roberta, and you'd wager Birdie is short for Roberta. And the person's like, yeah, I think they may have even left together.
Who's this Roberta girl? Where's she from?
Oh, I think, So, yeah, there's a person who, like, the cops are talking to, and they're, it's a man in his later 30s or early 40s, and he's looking just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And he's wearing a UWCF polo, and it says, like, Residence Life. And he's like, oh. And when you go to you can go and talk to this guy, I think. And, yeah, so let's have you. Yeah, you're gonna have to get this information from this guy. So let's go have you do a manipulate a person roll, because if you talk to this dude, he's like, well, I can't share that information with you, sir. I'm sorry.
Another 7.
Another 7. All right, so
They'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show you mean it.
Yeah. This guy's name is Dave Westerman.
I'm like, Dave, I want.
Wait, hold on. Let's give this guy a different name, because I may have.
Can it also be Dave?
Yes, it can be Dave, but I think I may have used Deb Westerman in the first session. So how about Dave Muncie?
We're like, Dave, I once toured with a great singer named Dave, and if you're anything like him, you're a good guy. And let me tell you, we're good guys too. We're just looking to find this woman and protect her, because there's a killer on the loose. So if anything you could tell us about Birdie, we'd surely appreciate it. And he's strongly hinting that he toured with Dave Matthews Band.
Okay. And he's like, I don't know. These restrictions are a real ball and chain.
I know, Dave, and I wouldn't want to crash into you, but I think we can work something out here.
And he's like, this is the deal that this guy makes. Is he'll say like, I mean, I can give you some of this information, but you're gonna have to be this guy, let's say, is he does a thing that seems maybe like smarmy, or maybe he's just like so ill-equipped to handle this. He's a person who seemed like he maybe had everything in control beforehand and thought everything was fine and I know exactly what to do, and now this is like, oh my god, I can't possibly think about what to do and how to do this stuff. He basically says, if you'll contact the parents of the people involved in this on my behalf, I will be fine to give you that information. Basically, like, if you'll take on this task of being like, hello, I have to tell you that your son or daughter was involved in this crazy thing, and kind of deal with that guff from them.
Dave, we'd be happy to do that.
He's like, tied to me tight. Yeah. I'm not super familiar with Dave Matthews, but he just goes, then he goes, meow. He does that for a little bit. And he's like, he'll give you the information for Brett Salome, Roberta Hellinger, and then a bunch of other people who aren't important. Brett Salome was the victim who was killed. He's from, let's say he was from another city in Florida, maybe Tampa. Okay, so he was from Tampa, Florida, and but Roberta Hellinger is from Treefield, the town you guys had been investigating, where Jed Stoltzfus's ranch has encountered at least one, often two, attacks on his cattle each month for about a year or so. And that his ranch is in abutment to the state park, Swamp's Head State Forest, where there have also been one or two attacks on animals. And only a little while ago, there was an attack, or a possible attack on some hippies. And instead, a boar got mangalated.
Hey, Ash, this information we got here, maybe we should go back to Dark Lord, let him investigate this whole stuff. He might be able to find something out about it. Of course, we could all just go back to that town, just you and me, just the two of us. Check it out.
Back to Treefield?
Look, son, I know you got your whole life ahead of you, and you got this all figured out. So whatever you want to do, I'll support you.
There seems to be something weird going on with Mr. Charms, Ashton. Do you want to look into that? Or do you want to just chalk that up to he's an old man? He's not really that old, but he's just a drunk guy.
Do you mean weird in that he's pretending to be my dad?
So, in that he keeps making all these references about you that you are.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is normal.
Yeah. So,
is that what you mean? Or?
That is what I mean, and I'm asking: do you want to possibly read a bad situation to figure this out?
To figure out if he's my dad or not?
Read a good situation.
So, based on what we set up, at least he thinks he is your dad, and you do not know that. So to get the information that maybe he thinks he is your father, do you want to get that information, or do you want to skip that for now?
No, I think it's way more interesting if he just doesn't know, right?
I mean, if he doesn't know, eventually we'll have to run into him learning. Do you want that?
Depends how long this game is gonna go.
Right. Do you want a clue about that now, or some kind of thing there now? Or do you want to just be like, this guy's weird?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Sundry's not long in this world, son.
So you want me to read a bad situation about that?
Yes, which is also sharp.
Beat a dad situation.
That was good.
So an 8.
You got an 8. All right, you get to ask one of these questions.
And why was I rolling this? Because I felt he was being weird?
Yes, he was being very, very weird, because there's no read a person in this game. So instead, the situation, I think, is there's something off with Sundry charms that makes the situation bad.
Did you have a question that you had in mind when you asked me to roll this? I don't know.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Sure.
All right.
No.
No, there aren't. Never mind. Where Bunny? No. Are there any dangers you haven't noticed? Sundry is talking like a man Sundry's talking like somebody who has something like very hidden. And especially is talking like somebody who you would wager is almost living on borrowed time. Like the way he's kind of talking is the way you're like thinking back to movies you've seen and TV shows that you've watched, and it's like that's how characters who are dying of some disease talk, where it's like, I don't have much longer, Martha. I just want you to know that I believe in you. Like he's saying a lot of these things, and you're like, this is weird. What's this guy hiding, and why is he talking like he's gonna like walk into the river?
This American Monster is a production of This American Dice. This American Monster uses the Monster of the Week system, a game published by Evil Hat Productions and by Michael Sands. Sundry Charms is Leigh. Chase Welker is Carl. Darkblade 69 is Alex. Ashton Greene is David. And your Game Master is Austin Smith. Our theme song is by Patrick Ross. It's called Sinlude. Additional music for this episode included Inspiring Corporate by Scott Holmes, Fire by The Inventors, and Q5 Dark Somber Sad Spooky Ambient by Solar Flare. Additional voices for this episode include Steve Arthur as Shane Meridew. Additionally, you've got the music of Sundry's song, music by Ron Ernest, and lyrics by Austin Smith and Alex Ernest.
So as you clamp onto this college guy's nipples, a jumper cable is attached to a battery. You're like, talk to me, you son of a bitch. I don't care about your diplomatic immunity. That plays in Ashton's head for a moment. You're like, oh, which Lethal Weapon was that from?
I mean, I have to pee too, so that sounds fine.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
Where can I find pina colada flavored condoms?
Hi, Shane Meridew again with the news from the award-winning Channel 5 news team. What? No? What do you mean we didn't win any awards? All right, fuck you then. Can I work here? Thanks. Amateurs.